All right, let's dive right into one of the darker, more profound stories from the Carnival of Skulls, the parable of the Semiotic Veil. And this isn't just some story, it's a pretty chilling look at a very real kind of existential threat.
So let's start with the big lie, this central, seductive idea at the heart of this whole thing. This quote, it's a promise, right? It's a whisper from this existential threat that basically says, hey, just giving up is way better than all the pain that comes with fighting for something. This is the poison that drives the entire parable.
Okay, so what this story really is a powerful parable about what the source calls passive nihilism. And no, we're not talking about some loud, angry, world-burning nihilism. This is something quieter, something that creeps in and just convinces you that the struggle isn't even worth it. So, let's set the scene.
Picture this. We're in Naples, and the city is just electric. It's screaming with this frantic, defiant energy from the Carnival of Skulls. It's really a celebration of life, right in the face of oblivion. But you've got to remember, this is the before picture. This vibrant, noisy scene is a total contrast to the silence that's about to bleed in from the edges.
So how does this incredible scene start to completely unravel? Well, the threat doesn't show up with a big bang. Instead, it comes as this strange, creeping gray mist.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. This is not just fog. It's not a weather pattern. The source calls it a metaphysical erasure. I mean, think about that. It's basically a weapon rolling in from the woods and the water, and it's designed to literally unmake reality itself. And this right here is the first thing the mist does. It creates what's called a semiotic veil. Think of it like a fog that gets inside your head. It blurs all the boundaries, it makes the whole struggle feel fuzzy and distant, and it cuts people off from each other. It's a kind of cognitive weapon that makes you start wondering, wait, is the enemy even real? Is this fight even worth having?
And at the same time, this mist is also a field of mindless existence. So it's not just confusing people, it's an active, advancing force. It is literally scrubbing away purpose and meaning, trying to turn this incredibly vibrant city into nothing more than a blank slate.
Now, what's so fascinating is how this weapon works. See, it doesn't target your body. No, it goes for something much, much deeper. It goes for the soul. It goes for your why.
So to really get this, the parable zooms in on this one single person, a dancer, right in the middle of the street. And he's wearing this skull mask. But it's not just for the party. It's a symbol of the refusal of the iron heaven. It's all about defying this cold bureaucratic system. This guy, for all intents and purposes, is the spirit of resistance.
Then, the mist rolls over him, and a terrifying, four-stage process kicks off, called the Great Devouring. First, he breathes it in, this silence of the clot. Then, the entity inside the mist, a thing called Atman Null, starts to feed. But it's not eating his flesh, it's devouring his telos, his purpose. And once that's gone, well, stage 3 is collapse. His whole reason for dancing, for struggling, it just vanishes. And finally, stage 4, he surrenders to that lie, that seductive promise of an effortless life. But what happens next is the most critical part of this whole thing. After his purpose is stolen, the dancer doesn't die. No, he experiences something far, far stranger. He stops dancing. And in that quiet, he feels what the source calls the violent relief of apathy. What a chilling phrase, right? A violent relief. It's this toxic peace that's so deep, so overwhelming, that it actually convinces him that the whole burden of being conscious, of even trying, should just be dropped. And this gives you that horrifying before and after. On the left, you've got the defiant individual, full of purpose, resisting the system. And on the right, you see what's left. He's become this hollow shell. He's now ontologically dead. His mask is on the ground, and he actually prefers something called the glass coffin. It is a total, complete inversion of everything he was.
So what in the world does ontologically dead even mean? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. He's biologically functional, his heart is beating, his lungs are breathing, but he's existentially empty. The person inside is just gone. He's become a shadow of the clot, a living ghost, totally hollowed out.
And here's the kicker. This doesn't just happen to the dancer. This fate spreads like a virus across the whole city. The streets start filling up with these hollow victims, and they all regress to this state of just animalistic endurance. They don't want the fire of the carnival anymore. They just crave the motionless safety of what's called the glass coffin, a state where nothing moves, and because of that, nothing can ever hurt.
So how does this all fit into the bigger picture? I mean, this isn't just a random catastrophe. It's a calculated, strategic move in a huge cosmic conflict they call the War of Three Fronts. This table really breaks it down for us. The thesis, that's the carnival. It's the will to power, the struggle for meaning. Atman Nul's mist is the antithesis. It's a weapon of pure apathy, designed to just stop that struggle cold. And this whole dynamic, this cosmic push and pull, sets the stage for a third, pretty terrifying element, the synthesis. So with the city now basically a tomb of apathy, the forces of defiance are faced with this awful choice. To break the spell, a figure known as Dervilla, or the Red Architect, has to unleash the synthesis shockwave. This is a violent, cataclysmic event designed to burn away the mist and forcibly bring back what the text calls the necessary pain of existence. It's a reset button, and yeah, it hurts. And that's where the parable leaves us. It's with this central, really haunting question. The mist offers a complete escape from suffering, a life with no pain, but the price is your purpose. So it makes you wonder, if meaning actually requires struggle, is a life without any pain really a life at all? Something to think about. Thanks for exploring that with me.